Today we're gonna see if what if the British Raj, all the countries in the British Raj united. Now this isn't owned by the British because that would just be overpowered, and I would not. What the? Okay, so I think they would first go after Afghanistan, but the crime rate is high. So, and that mountainous terrain is hard, but they cannot go around Iran's border to not so mountainous place and soon take over. But it's gonna be a little bit rebellious, so they're gonna vote and make it democracy. I think that's the problem that Afghanistan is happening right now. Now, the British Raj is I think a rival of China now. It's still the fourth, but it's heading there to pass China. If it takes like Iran and stuff with the coalition of Iran and it like does that, the coalition of the British Raj, and then Iran gets cooked because that's like they're gonna go after it. So because Iran provides like a bunch of countries that you could take over, and also Turkey with all of Europe in your hands now, and the Middle East. It's just the pathway to victory if you get to the Middle East. So now I'm gonna see a bunch of coalitions in the Middle East with this British Raj. They will now go after Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and Tajikistan, and oh man, they also got Kyrgyzstan too. Now Iran will kill me if I ask. I'm actually serious. I'm not that supportive. Now I would get. Now this is the borders of the British Raj now. So yeah, that's good. Now, no one has that much power to defeat the fourth, to defeat the third, the almost third strongest country in the world in Southeast Asia. So yeah, Thailand, you think it's gonna be hard, but it's just not. Wait, what? So yeah, they're gonna easily cook Thailand and then go back after these regions and take it over. So yeah, that's some cooking, bro. Now there will be a coalition with Turkmenistan. Okay, let me show you Turkmenistan. It's Turkmenistan. This is Uzbekistan, I think. Kazakhstan. Oh nah, Bora trying to kill me? Nah, Bora's dead. Get out. Get out. You see, there's gonna be a coalition involving Iran and China. So yeah, this is gonna be harder. So the Raj is gonna be like, what should I do? Russia, you know why Russia isn't involved? Because they're both allies to China and India. They have both a good relationship. So they're gonna get some. Oh my God, what happened to Vietnam? I am so sorry, Vietnamese. I will never disrespect you like that again. Please don't come to my house. Like Vietnam taking some other territories from Southeast Asia. The Philippines will join on the other side because they just all don't like China. Yo, who wants to taste balut right now, bro? It's definitely not disgusting. Like South Korea, but North Korea is gonna be on it just because they're allies. Japan is gonna join in the allies with the British, with the Raj, and then the war will start with China invading the Southeast Asia part of here, but the British Raj gained some impressive gains. But Vietnam, yeah, they're still using guerrilla warfare. That guerrilla warfare, bro. But China is not the U.S. that's having a Cold War right now and using all of their money on nukes. So yeah, they will invade back, getting Vietnam over here. Now Iran is sending troops. Turkey does not like Iran. Turkey would join in the Allied side, so as Iraq and Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it's not going good for Iran. They're completely surrounded. All of the stands are just gonna get cooked. I'm not serious. I'm just not serious. They're getting cooked. I'm serious. They're getting cooked. Wait, what? Yo, what? Bruh.
Omar, are you taking a shower?
So yeah, all of the stand nations will get cooked. Okay, that is a gigantic Raj. Now the Raj will have a better force getting into the desert area. So they're getting even territories in Tibet because I think they're more used to this rough terrain because they're surrounded by rough terrain. It's gonna be hard for them, but harder for the Chinese because they're having like a whole war, and Iran can't help because they're at war with so many stuff. And now the oldest border in the world, Iraq and Iran. We don't talk about the 1980s. Okay, why did I make that joke now? I'm now gonna be bombed. Now Iraq will get some territory here. The Ottoman, get out. The Turkish will get here, and the naval landing in here. Now the British Raj is power hungry. Ooh, okay, that's a weak Iran, so that looks like Armenia, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay, I'm just gonna show you where Moscow is because I know people think Moscow's here. Yeah, I just know people think. So I'm gonna show you where Moscow is. I think it's here. That's St. Petersburg too. Oh, now China's getting cooked. So is Vietnam. But the Philippines and Taiwan have just made a naval landing. The Korean War has ended of a united Korea with South Korea. So it's not going good for the Chinese team. Japan just arrived at Manchuria. Now Russia is gonna step in. Russia is gonna step in with that massive border, attacking Kazakhstan. Now NATO is gonna join because Russia is attacking the Raj, trying to remake the Soviet Union with the Ukraine. So now just NATO. It's Polska. Article 5 for Polska, Gabriel. Get out. No. Now, Kaliningrad, I think this is Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad will be annexed by Poland. Belarus is going to be cooked by Ukraine. First Ukrainian dub, by the way. And now this boat, oh my god, bro, what did that, nothing. Okay, now the Baltic states and Finland. Yeah, I know they're kind of weak. Get out. Want to invade Russia. Now these are Finland territories. This is Estonia's, Latvia's. Wait, Lithuania is kind of cut off, so yeah. St. Petersburg is taken by Estonia, so that's a bunch of economics and population for Estonia. With this war in Kazakhstan is not going so good for the Indians. For the Raj. They're taking some massive losses here. Now Mongolia will notice this, that China, that he's gonna be next if China wins the war. So Mongolia tries to attack, does anything to help attacking Russia and China at the same time. They attack Russia with NATO's help. The Raj is gonna take back Kazakhstan and even invade a little bit. Oh my god! And even invade a little bit of Russia. Well, they're getting pushed back. The Tibetan rebellion will happen. Tibetan and Xinjiang rebellion will happen, causing China to surrender. Now, in the partitioning of Russia, Mongolia have done some good stuff here, weakening economic stuff in Siberia. So yeah, Mongolia will get some territories and now have a border with the Raj. But the Raj weakening Iran. The Turkish will know that the Middle East is now for the British Raj. So yeah, the British Raj will collapse because of that World War. Zaid! So yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. Okay, so in this universe we got a weakened Raj, a weak China, and an Indian and the Raj alliance with and a weak Russia. So basically the powers are cooked. These powers in the powers in Asia and Europe are cooked. Okay, that's